Hey everyone, so it's that time again, time for an OLED burn-in test. This I believe is week 12, possibly going into week 13 by the time you actually view this. Well, by the time you view this may be well beyond that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep producing these and upload them, and they'll be scheduled to release periodically. I have a lot of videos queuing, so because of that I'm not releasing everything all in one go. But this, what we'll do is we'll start it and I'll just run through in terms of what we're seeing. So as that increases in brightness, just as it switched over, it looked like we had a little bit of image retention from that actual the YouTube menu. Now once we've actually got onto the colors themselves and the more brighter colors, it all seems fine. On the phone screen I can see that it probably looks a bit more noticeable. To the eye I can't actually notice that particular this kind of area here. On the phone screen it seems to be still there, but to the eye I can't actually notice that. Coming through the colors now, everything seems pretty good. I'm looking up into all of the corners, can't see anything in any of the normal areas. Obviously, as I said, this set at the moment is being used quite heavily for gaming. Fortnite, GTA 5, they're the main ones probably being used. A little bit of FIFA, but not much. Fortnite's probably the main one, and obviously you do usually have all your head-up displays and maps and things like that, and I'm not getting anything on any of the colours that I can really notice. As always, I'm just going to let this run all the way through, just to complete. And even on the phone screen now, I don't think we can still see that little bit of ghosting anymore. Prior to this video I have actually shot 2 previous videos as well, so the TV has been in use. Today's usage has probably been towards maybe 6 to 8 hours in total. Most of that was gaming. My son was playing Fortnite earlier on. Not really much else that I can see, and even on that particular white background now, can't really see anything. The box that was there, that appears to have disappeared as well now, so maybe just a bit of image retention from having left it on that YouTube screen for so long whilst I was actually setting up to start this video. But so far so good, all is looking clear, which is good. It's reassuring. All of these colours look completely clear, and even going right up into the corners, it actually looks really clear. No sort of vignetting or anything that you would get with other types of displays. Just get rid of that. Yeah, all is looking good, which is it's very good feeling. It's reassuring that obviously the investment that you made into quite an expensive piece of tech compared to what I've previously paid for TVs, and it looks like everything is still okay. Obviously we're literally we're just through the door in terms of usage of this particular set. My previous two LG TVs, plasmas, I've actually had them for over 10 years. They were a very similar sort of thing where image retention and burn-in were very serious concerns in the plasma realm as well. I probably purchased my plasmas right towards the end of the kind of reign of plasma TVs, and it's probably done a very similar thing with this particular C9 OLED as well, where I've probably purchased at a time where they're nearing probably their peak, especially for 4K. Obviously once 8K and above comes out, we'll see if manufacturers can come up with anything different in terms of both image retention as well as burn-in. And they are very different things. Image retention you will normally get with plasmas as well as OLEDs when you're switching from dark to light, especially if you've had something like that the YouTube menu that I actually had it on prior to actually starting the test, and you've got that sort of ghosting that you get. I've seen it on iPhones quite a lot, where if you've got a pure black background you will get it. So that's it for the burn-in test. I'll just switch that back to a nicer background. So yeah, so that's it's either week 12 or week 13. What I'll do is I'll confirm, and the title of the video, obviously I'll label that accordingly, but no signs of any burn-in. Even the image retention pretty much disappeared within a couple of slides. I'm not sure whether that's something, I've not noticed it before, but I'm not sure if that's something to do with the actual video that I played or not. I am trying to play back that same video every single time, just to make it consistent and make it quite reliable in terms of the long-term burn-in tests that I'm actually running. And obviously this is more a track for other people as well as myself, just so then people can keep a track of, because the previous models, the B7s, B8s, C7, C8s, they probably didn't have as many protections built in as this particular model does. Just on this screen here, I'm not sure how noticeable it'll be over the camera, but to the eye I can notice that this edge here is actually quite a bit thinner than that edge there, and that's what one of the built-in protections, where the pixel shift. So what it'll do is it'll switch on and maybe use about 5 rows of pixels, say for example on this side, and it'll have the whole picture just pushed across slightly, and then throughout your viewing it'll literally just maybe shift across slowly, and by the end of your viewing, especially if you've viewed for quite a long period of time, you'll notice that all of a sudden the big gap that was on this side has all of a sudden switched over to this side. So obviously these kind of built-in technologies, they're there to try and help protect the panel. And these tests that I'm running is just to show, because there's many tests online, not weekly or monthly or anything like that, nothing set, but generally whenever you see the videos, it's once burn-in's already occurred. Now there's no record up until that point as to what the TV was used for, how it was used, what stage the burn-in occurred, whether the burn-in occurred and the usage continued in the same way. So obviously if somebody is abusing the panel and literally leaving on, like for example that YouTube screen that I had it on initially, if I just leave it on that for hours on end, I would expect it to burn in. So for those kind of things, obviously this is more a record for further down the line, and also for anybody who's maybe thinking about purchasing, maybe they're on the fence between the C9 and C10, and obviously these kind of things can be the thing that maybe sways their decision if they're reassured that they're not going to get burn-in from this particular type of usage, which to be fair is normally quite mixed, but recently has been heavily gaming related. Most of my viewing has been done in the other room, and this has been primarily left for my son to actually use for gaming. But anyway, this video has obviously gone on way longer than all my other ones, so as always, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of any new uploads I do. Thanks for watching.